Hey everybody, it's Angelo here, and I am home from the hospital. It's the first full day being home. I was discharged yesterday after having aortic valve replacement on Tuesday. I had what's called a mini thoracotomy procedure where they went through my upper rib cage. There's an incision right here, and they went in, accessed my heart through that passageway, and they did two procedures. They replaced the aortic valve of the heart, and they also tied off the left atrial appendage in my heart. So my body is currently adjusting to these changes. So how's it feel being home the first day? In fact, let me back up and talk about how it felt for the period of time where I was in the hospital. So the one thing that is true is that you're always surprised by the pain that no one tells you about, because no one told you about it, obviously. So I have been experiencing some fairly harsh pain in my legs that is coming from the catheterization incisions that they did in my femoral arteries in my groin, and they did these incisions bilaterally. They used these incisions to access my left atrial appendage, so they could tie that piece off. So I was quite surprised, and I wasn't prepared for the degree of leg pain that I had. So that's something I'm still dealing with here at home. The main things at the hospital that I had access to were a whole lot of painkillers, which, given the circumstances at the hospital, were appropriate. And there was some heavy-duty stuff that they started me on, and I've been I weaned myself off of it throughout the course of the 3-day hospital stay that I had. So I'm currently just on a small dose of aspirin just to take the edge off. But I'm at a phase in the healing where, for me, I'd like to actually feel what's going on so that I have a clear idea as to how my body's actually doing. So the pain is there, but it's a signal and it's information that tells me where I'm at in the healing process. But so the painkillers were one piece of it. The other piece of it was getting up and trying to walk the halls. And I did some of this with assistance from the physiotherapist who was assigned to me while I was in the hospital. I also did a couple of walks on my own just to try to get movement happening again, try to wake the leg muscles up. What I believe is going on is that the blood vessels and some of the nerves were just inflamed as a result of the procedure. And I'm kind of dealing with the residual healing effects right now. So, I've been told that these pains do diminish, and I believe it over time, because I will say that I was able to walk a loop in the property with the dogs here very slowly, but I was able to get around one good loop, which is about a third of a mile. I did that slowly this morning, and the pain was lessened as I moved. So I think with time and with just continued gentle progressive exercise, it'll settle down. The other thing that I've been doing for this is a number of months ago, I purchased a Theragun. Now, again, I'm not being paid to give this information, but this is my Theragun right here. And I just use the lowest setting on it. You can see, you just turn it on here. And I've just been using that lowest setting, kind of moves it like this. And I just gently go over my quads on the left and the right side, and it offers some relief for a period of time. So, it could be nerve irritation, it could be some blood vessel irritation, could be some residual swelling that's in the area, probably a combination of all of the above. So the Theragun does help. If you have heart surgery in your future, and as me to you, you might want to consider investing in one of these, because if you're having a mini thoracotomy, while it's a great procedure, and I was very, very fortunate not to have a sternotomy, major surgery is major surgery, and it hurts afterwards. So you want to try to have a few things available for yourself to try to relieve your pain that aren't just pharmacological. So that's kind of how it's been going since I've been home. My energy was really good this morning. It was nice to sleep in my own bed last night. I didn't get a full night. It was interrupted, but it was nice to be in my own environment. It was nice to wake up in a familiar place and make my own familiar breakfast and all that kind of stuff. So have a decent cup of coffee. For those of you that love good coffee, you know what I'm talking about, and the difficulties that poses with travel sometimes. Anyway, it was nice to have a good cup this morning. So overall, I'm finding that my energy is pretty good. It ebbs and flows. I'm in a bit more of a down phase of energy right now. And the other thing that I'll add in terms of the sensations right now are coughing, sneezing, things like that. Clearing my throat has been quite painful around the incisions here, the space where the chest tube was, which is right here, and my rib cage, the associated rib cage areas. I feel it in my back. So I'm looking forward to being able to cough, sneeze, clear my throat without having it be a big onrush of achy discomfort. So anyway, we're one day post being released from the hospital. This is day 4 after surgery. So, and overall, I'm glad I had this particular procedure done. And I look forward to continued improvement here as the weeks go on. I will check in a couple of days and give everyone progressive updates as we go. And that's what I got for you today. If anyone has something like this pending, or if they have a loved one like this pending, and that person would like to chat with me about it, you'll likely see this on social media. Shoot me a personal message, and I'd be happy to pass along my experience and perspectives on how I went through it, what you might want to do to prepare yourself for the procedure, and what I've learned so far, finally being back home after my experience in the hospital. So there you go, gang. Have yourself a good rest of the day, and we'll talk to you next time.